Hey friends, happy Saturday. It's Renee here with Domestic Machine Sewing. It's also no makeup Saturday and no doing the hair Saturday. So this is what you get today. But I just wanted to jump on here real quick. And if it's your first time, welcome. I usually look better than this, but it's Saturday. So I wanted to show you some things that I do, or I was thinking about, that we could do for tassels without having to buy tassel caps. Now, I just don't want to pay $3.50 for one tassel cap. So I went looking at Hobby Lobby today and see if they had any tassel caps, and they didn't. Well, they had some, but they were huge. I mean, they were like that. And so that wouldn't look good. And so I went to the jewelry aisle thinking, what can I do for tassels? Trying to get some ideas. And I saw that they had a piece of leather through a ring. This is leather through a ring. And their leather was a little bit thicker. And I thought, you could do that. We could do that because there's a little opening. Can you see that little opening? Let me put it up against my shirt. Background of my shirt. There you go. And put that through the zipper for a zipper pull with a tassel. Then I also found this kit that they had. And they have all these cords, the leather cords and these cords on sale, half price. It's probably Memorial Day weekend sale. But this is a little kit, and it came with some findings to make a tassel or to make a cord. And it's crimp-ins. One's a crimp-in, which is this right here. And you got, let me show you, got a little lobster clasp, and then you have a little ring, connector ring. Move you over here. And so you put the cord in here and you crimp it together. And then you put the ring through the little ring on the square there, and then put the ring through here. And it's jewelry. So I used to make jewelry. I made the earrings I have on. My girls and I used to make jewelry. So we had these little plier things. You can find those a dime a dozen. But I tried it with the cord that this came with. This is like a plastic cord. It comes in all colors, but those are mainly the cord colors I use, so I bought that. But see how it's lopsided? It's not, and maybe, I tried putting the top of the ring and through it, but that didn't work. So I crimped the cord in it, but it wouldn't stay down in it. And I'm sure I could probably glue it, but it's still lopsided. Kind of looks funny. That one I didn't like. Then I thought, well, I'll get a larger lobster clip and put the cord through, put several cords through like a tassel, and I didn't like that either. I didn't like that. But then I saw on their shelf they had hanging with a ring, just a little ring, was a piece of wider leather with a rivet through it. I thought, now that's something we could do with vinyl. And so I took one of the lobster clasps that came with the kit and put a ring, because my girls and I used to do earrings. I have a whole box of rings and earring stuff, and put it through there, and I put a little rivet. This is a 6mm rivet. I'm wondering if they make a little bit smaller because it didn't clip very well, close together very well. I mean, I think it'll be fine. I would definitely add super glue. And so I do like this idea. But the great idea about this, let me pull you up a little bit, is what Chris Lucas was sharing on her YouTube channel. You gotta go check it out. Chris Lucas Designs. This is not my idea, this is her idea. But she took a piece of heat transfer vinyl. This is heat transfer vinyl. It's very thin, it's shiny on one side and matte on the other. And when you're putting it on the product that you want to put it on, where it's vinyl cork, she used cork on her instructional video, you put the shiny side up. And so I took some scrap heat transfer vinyl, it's also known as HTV vinyl, heat transfer vinyl, and I ironed it on with my heat press. Now she didn't use a heat press, she just used an iron, so you don't have to have a heat press to do it. Ironed it on a back of my piece of vinyl. You can't do it a long time, you'll ruin your vinyl. I used a Teflon sheet over it. I think she used parchment paper over hers when she was ironing hers. And then that way you have a pretty back. And you could all do all kinds of colors. I'm just loving this. But I'm just trying to find tassels without having to behave 350 for one tassel. So that's some ideas I'm thinking of to do. And you can do all kinds of colors in the leather. I'm going to go back and get the wider leather to do wider tassels. But you can do, this is vinyl, I cut it, it's a 1/4 inch width, and you can do tassels with that. You don't need a lot of equipment. You just need, if you can, you know, buy some rings that makes earrings, and a stronger one, not a thin one, that you can part a little bit. Just get some pliers and really just pull them apart a little bit, put it in, and then you put them back together. And you can put a little dab of jewelry glue or some kind of glue with the opening if you're afraid it's going to come open. Buy you some cord, and of course, you know, as bag makers we all have rivets, and I think that's all I use as far as supplies. And then my rivets, heat transfer vinyl. I would not go and get this plastic cord. I don't like that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it now, but I don't like it. I mean, I guess I could do several. Let me take this on and undo this, and then tie a little cord around there. You know, I don't know, that'd be too much. I just don't like the plastic. I like the leather, I like the vinyl. And that's really all you need, and you can get multi tassels out instead of having to cut a lot, especially if you just do this. This one I like the best, and I'm going to use this. I'm not going to buy a tassel cap yet. I don't want to pay $3.50 and then pay for shipping for one item. Anyways, that's what I've been thinking of. My wheels have been spinning. Maybe this is getting you thinking of what we can do to make a tassel without having to buy a tassel cap. If you do, put it in the comments or put it on my Facebook page, Renee Perry, R-E-N-E, Perry, P-E-R-R-Y, and show us what you came up with. I'd love to see it. But don't forget to go check out Chris Lucas Designs on YouTube, and she has an instructional video on how she cuts her tassels and how she puts it together, and how she did the heat transfer vinyl. You'll love it. She's got some great ideas. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great weekend, and I'll see y'all next week.